Hello, this is Mrs. Himes, and today we're working on ASL2 Mission 4, Describing Objects, Concept 1, DCLs, ICLs, non-manual markers. All right, let's get started. As we know, we've covered DCLs in the past, and you know that they're descriptive classifiers used to show an object or a noun size or shape. As we remember from classifiers, before you use a classifier, you should always use a sign to explain what the classifier is. Then you would use the classifier DCL. We're going to take this a little bit further and focus on three-dimensional objects as well as using descriptive classifiers, DCLs, to describe designs and specificity. For a sphere, we would use DCL hand shape C, 2 hands. For a disc, we would use DCL curved L, 2 hands. For a cone shape, we would use 2 hand shapes, DCL C hand shape, 2 hands, then goes down into 2 hands S hand shape. For a cylinder, we would use DCL C hand shape, 2 hands. For a pipe or something similar to a pipe, which is smaller, we would use DCL F hand shape, 2 hands. For a box, we would use DCL B, 2 hand shape. For a line, a thick line, we would use DCL G, and for a very thin line, we would use DCL I. It's important when using DCLs, we use non-manual markers that show the size in relation to the object. If we're trying to show something that is thin or small, we would use the ooh non-manual marker, which is similar to like whistling. So you don't necessarily whistle, but your mouth forms an ooh. If you're showing an object is normal size, you use your duck face. And if you're showing an object is really large, you would use a cha. You would form your mouth to say the word cha. Moving on to instrument classifiers, also referred to as ICLs. It is another way used to describe how objects are handled or how they work. ICLs show how objects are pushed, pulled, lifted, turned, and moved. For example, if you're using a lamp pull cord and you're using an ICL, you would use a ICL G hand shape like this. ICL modified X hand shape like this. If you're trying to show how an oven door closes or opens, you would use an S hand shape, ICL S hand shape like this. And if you're showing how a light switch is used, handled, or moved, you would use this, which could be a G hand shape that moves, a G hand shape that turns, or a modified X hand shape. ICL classifiers are usually used at the end of the description, the last thing that is used.